What's going on, everybody? It's Derek. This is 5 Rounds with Franco, episode 7. We got a big fight this weekend. I'm actually recording this on a Tuesday due to my teeth getting pulled this week, so I'm not going to be able to make a video on Friday. So this is a little difficult for me because I usually like to make my picks later on in the week, see how the camps are finishing up and how the weight cuts go and all that good stuff. But we just gotta do what we gotta do. Obviously this weekend it's the big heavyweight fight: Daniel Cormier versus Stipe Miocic 3. It's gonna be UFC 252, and then we're gonna go ahead and start it off with John Dodson versus Merab. This is a really good fight. Number 12 against number 15. Merab is an absolute beast, always taking down his opponents, but John Dodson is one of the hardest people to keep down. So Merab is going to have his toughest challenge yet. And I think, though, Merab does get the victory by decision. It's not going to be easy, but I think he will get his hand raised at the end of the night. John Dodson's, like I said, is going to give him some tough competition. John Dodson has that blitz-like combos and then bounces out. So Merab's going to have to stay on his toes and look for that takedown any chance that he gets. But if he does take him down, Merab will win this fight. So Merab's going to win by decision. Then that's going to bring us to Rosenstruck versus Junior Dos Santos. This is a really good one. It's going to end in the first round, I think. Both these dudes stand on their feet and do not go for any takedowns whatsoever. Just throw bombs. And I do think, though, that Rosenstruck is going to get the finish. I think he's going to get it, obviously, by a knockout. And that's going to be in the first round. I would bet to that it is less than a round and a half, for sure. So, like I said, one of these dudes is going to get knocked out, and I do think it's going to be JDS. That is a little hard for me to say because JDS is one of my favorite fighters of all time. But Rosenstruck will get the finish by knockout against JDS. And then the co-main event, this is the one I'm mostly excited about. Marlon Chito Vera versus Sean O'Malley. Man, Sean O'Malley is right now my favorite fighter. He's been my favorite fighter for a while since he's made his debut and in the UFC, or on the Contender Series, I should say. I felt and saw the star power and potential that he had. But man, this is a tough fight. I think if he was going to fight Chito Vera, it was going to be that time right before O'Malley got suspended. Marlon Vera, in my opinion, is a little bit more well-rounded than Sean O'Malley. Not to say that Sean O'Malley can't get the job done, because we've seen what he's done to people in that octagon. But, Marlon Vera has some legit wrestling, and I know Sean O'Malley said he's been working on his jiu-jitsu and all that. But, man, we shall see. All the pressure's on Sean O'Malley, especially, how much he talks, how much he... his antics on what he does. And, I'm going to have to go with Marlon Vera here, man. I think Marlon Vera is going to get the decision win. I think even if Sean O'Malley wins, I think he goes decision regardless. But my pick for Saturday night's fight, against Marlon Vera and Sean O'Malley, is going to be Marlon Vera, or Chito Vera. And, he will get his hand raised by the end of the night. And it's going to be a learning lesson for Sean O'Malley. I don't think Sean O'Malley's stock will drop any bit at all, but Chito Vera will get his hand raised and potentially become a really big contender in that division. So Marlon Vera will get that victory. And then the main event, Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. Daniel Cormier, going into his last fight, supposedly, then he's going to go and retire. But I do think he'll be back. Regardless if he wins or loses, I think he'll come back if the paycheck is correct. That being said, especially against somebody like John Jones. But yeah, I'm gonna go with DC. DC's gonna out wrestle Miocic. I don't think DC is gonna stand with him. I don't think DC is gonna try that again. I think DC is gonna go ahead, wrestle him, go back to his roots, and right off into the sunset. So yeah, so if we were gonna parlay a card, I'm gonna have to go with Marlon Chito Vera, Rosenstrike, and we'll go with Marab. That would be my parlay. You know, Chito Vera, I'm sure, is a big or is somewhat of a big underdog. So, you know, I think that he can get the job done out of all these guys. I do think John Dodson can get the job done against Marab too, but you know, to play it safe, I think Marab will get the victory. And yeah, and if my picks do change throughout the week, I'll put it on my story and in the comments on the YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, just please reach out to me, and I'll give you my honest opinion on, you know, who you should put your money on. But once again, thank you for supporting. Thank you for the you know, the feedback, the love. It's really much appreciated. Does not go unnoticed at all. So you know, thank you. Don't forget to wear your mask, wash your hands. I'm out.